What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to yet another video. And what I got for you guys today is the best combos for the PS4 exclusive skin Neo Versa. As always, make sure you guys hit that like button down below and enjoy the video. Really quick before we get into today's video, if you guys would not mind going and checking out my Instagram, I'm trying to get to 1,000 followers so I can get my supporter creator code. I'll leave a link in the description if you guys want to go check that out and enjoy the video. Starting off with our back blings, we have here the first one as the Assassin's Pack. I really like the all black of this back bling, the details of the guns in the bag sticking out, not being, fully able to zip. It's a really nice detail for this back bling. Our next one we have here is Black Hole. Now this is a really good back bling for this skin. The all black in the middle with the blue outline does match well with the black and blue color theme of the skin. For our next one we have here Cuddlebow. It is an all black back bling. It looks really good on the skin. If you turn it, it does kind of shine in the light, so that's some really cool added on detail. As well, if you look on the skin with kind of like the clear, almost plastic around like the upper part, it does match well with that shininess. Moving on to Dark Matter, this is a mainly black back bling with a little bit of blue detailing, which really matches well with the skin. For our next one, we have here the back bling that goes along with the tier 100 skin of this season, and that is Fusion Ore. I really like this back bling being that it is bright. It does have a lot of details. It does match well with the blue and black part of these skins. You can also switch it up and choose the other detailing. The third one is kind of mainly white and gold, so that's what I would kind of primarily stick to these two. For our next one, we have here the bat bling as High Caliber. I really like this wing bat bling, and the silver matches really well with the kind of the silver detailing on the skin. The next two bat blings are very similar to one another, and that is Ice Mantle and Ice Spikes. They both have these same selectable styles with the colors, so for this one we are going to go with the black and blue. This one is more like a cape back bling. This one is made to look more like a backpack, but it's highly detailed and looks really cool. For our next one, we have here the back bling as Iron Cage. I really like the all black of this back bling, and as you can see on the top, the kind of bluish feathers do match well with the blue. It does give the combo an overall really nice and clean look to it. For our next wing back bling, we have here the back bling as Love Wings. This is a very traditional wing back bling and one that matches really well with the skin. Our next one is one that looks very clean. It's honestly one of my favorite back blings to use for Neo Versa, and that is Retribution. It does have other selectable styles to it, but the black and blue style is going to match perfectly with this. Moving on to yet another wing back bling we have for you here, Perfect Wings. We got this back bling with the Shadow Legends bundle that was introduced in Season 9. It's honestly one of my favorite wing back blings, and I really love the details on it. For our next back bling, we have here the back bling as Catalyst. Now, if you really like the backpack back blings and you want something that kind of just is really subtle, Catalyst is going to look really good. For our next one, if you want something that has a lot of detail to it, Dual Comma is going to be a really good back bling to use for that. It does have a lot of details with the blaze. The white cloth is just some more detail that looks really cool on it with the white. For our next one, we have yet another wing back bling, and that is Dust Wings. This is a back bling that you got with the Season 6 Battle Pass, and honestly it's one of the cleaner and more detailed looking back blings. I really like the all black look to it. Our next one is something that looks really good on it, and other than Retribution, this is going to be another one of my favorite back blings to use for this, and that is Game Plan. We're obviously going to go with the black and blue version of this back bling. For our next one, we are going to go with Ghost Portal. I think this is the green style, and you're going to want to choose the blue style for this. It is an OG kind of back bling that you would use for Skull Trooper back when it was re-released in 2018. For our next back bling, we have here yet another mainly black back bling. I really like the contrast with this back bling with the spray cans with the green, pink, and yellow. Our next back bling is one of my favorites, like I've said in some previous videos, and that is Shining Star. It adds a lot of cool contrast, and I love the details on it. Now for my favorite back bling for this skin, it's going to be Ninja's Edge. I use this almost every time I use Neo Versa. Our next back blings are very similar to one another in being that they are very customizable. It is Banner Shield and Banner Cape. If you want a shield or a cape back bling that's very customizable, that really matches well with the skin, definitely go ahead and choose these back blings. Our next back bling has a style that I have not yet unlocked, unfortunately, and won't be able to unlock, and that is the white version of Crystal Llama. It looks absolutely amazing, and it looks really good on the skin. Moving on, we have here Easy Reach. It's a very small back bling and one that still looks good with a lot of skins. For our next back bling, it is another PS4 exclusive back bling, and that is Brilliant Blue. I love the details with the shotgun shells on the side, and of course the color matches really well with it. Our next wing back bling is going to be Shattered Wings. It doesn't really match well with the color, but it does make the combo really stand out and look good. Our second to last back bling we have here is Signal Jammer. Now the colors match really well, and I like the details on the back of this back bling. For our last back bling here, we have the back bling as Spectral Spine. This is a really dope back bling that was introduced in Season 9, and it is a highly detailed one that I really like for this skin. Now let's move on to our pickaxes. Now for our pickaxes, we have here the first one as Fusion Sky. I really like the effects and the details on this pickaxe with the blue and kind of pinkish color that's coming off on the edge of it. For our next one, we have here the pickaxe as permafrost. I really like the effects with the blue flame that comes off the top and the kind of glow that it shows on it. The brown, I guess, obviously doesn't match with the black and blue, but it still goes very well with it. For scratch mark, we have more here of a silver kind of pickaxe, but you do have selectable styles with it, and the one that we have chosen is a blue style. Our next pickaxe we have here is the pickaxe that goes with the Skull Trooper skin. We are going to select the blue kind of glow style to it. The black handle, of course, makes it really match well with Neo Versa. The next pickaxe we have here is Sledgehammer. It's personally one of my favorite pickaxes in this season of Fortnite that was introduced. I really like the effects of how it changes, and overall just of what the pickaxe is, of being like slurp juice. The next pickaxe we have here is a pickaxe that I don't use too often, and I probably should, being that I really like the details on it. Of course, it does have a lot more white and brown. It does kind of take away from the black and blue, but the details with the black and blue parts with the top of the pickaxe do look very, very cool. Dual pickaxes that are going to look very clean with this skin too is going to be Cosmic Cleavers. It does have a lot of details and effects on the pickaxes itself, but they do match the color coordination very, very well. Our next one we have here is Icebringer. This is going to be a pickaxe that's going to match well with the Ice Mantle and Ice Spikes with the black and blue style. Our next pickaxe is going to be a pickaxe that is very OG way back in Season 4, and that is Poisonatron. For our next pickaxe we have here the pickaxe is Spellslinger. It does have selectable styles to it, which is an orange one, but of course we are going to stick with the blue one. For our last pickaxe we have here the pickaxe as Swell Striker. This is a highly detailed pickaxe and one that looks very, very cool. Now we're going to move on to the gliders. Now we do have a very limited option with the gliders that we can use for Neo Versa, but for the first one we are going to use Fusion Coil. Like I said, for the pickaxe with the pink and blue kind of flame effects that do come off of it, it does add a lot of really cool details to it. For our next one we have here the gliders as Intrepid. I think that's how you say that. I'm not really going to try to say it again and embarrass myself, but this does really match well with the skin with the black and blue. And for the pickaxe as well, this is a Season 4 glider. For the next one we have here the glider as Magic Wings. This is a glider that I used in Fortnite for many seasons without changing it up at all. I really like the glow and effects of this glider, and this is one of the dopest gliders in all of Fortnite that they've added. For our next one we have here the glider as Pixel Pilot. This is one that was introduced in Season 10. It does have other selectable styles to it, but for Neo Versa we are going to go with the blue one. For our next one and for our last two we have Umbrella gliders, and for the first one we have Holographic. The blue is very bright, but the black on the handles does make it still a really cool umbrella to use for Neo Versa. And for our last one we have here an all black umbrella in one shot. For our contrails we do have quite a few that do go well with Neo Versa. For our first one we have here is Lightning. It is a very cool contrail effect that I really like. For our next one we have more of a subtle contrail that is Plasma Trail. Our next one we have here is Runic, that was introduced in Season 5. Our very next one is one that I actually use quite a lot, and that is Shooting Star. For our next one we have here is Spectral Essence. It is more kind of like a winter theme, and it's kind of like the cold that's coming off of the contrail. Our next one we have here is TP. Not a very popular contrail, but one that still matches well with the white. For our second to last one, we have here a contrail that matches really well with Neo Versa, and that is Ultramarine. I really like the effects that come off of the contrail. For our last one, we have one here is another one that I use quite a bit, and one that I use right now, and that is 0 Point. As you can see, it does have like the shards of the rift that come off of it as you glide down, and this is honestly why it's one of my favorite ones to use. To start off with our wraps, we're going to go ahead and introduce the Constellation. Now it does not have any dark blue to go well with the skin, but it does have a blue and black colorway to it, which does match very well. And if you want to use this in a combo, definitely go ahead and use Shining Star with it. Our next wrap we have is Ripley. This is a wrap that was introduced in this season's Battle Pass, and of course it does have black and blue in it, which match well with Neo Versa. A wrap that's going to look better than the last two, and is honestly my favorite wrap to use for Neo Versa, is definitely going to be Blue Metallic. For our last wrap, we do have the wrap as Boogeyman. It is an all black wrap, so obviously it's really going to match well with any skin you put it with. And that is it for today's video. If you liked any of the combos, or if you liked the video as a whole, make sure you guys will like down below. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications so you don't miss any of my uploads, and I will see you guys next video.